Hey everybody, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and MPD by somebody that has both. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons and do all the socially things scrolling past you on the screen. Also, I'm starting to get bits back on Patreon. I've had the dreaded plague recently and I'm getting bits back on Patreon now, and I'm around in the Discord if anyone wants to talk and all of that sort of thing. So I'm getting back on track now. So hop on over to patreon.com/earlymorningbarking and check out all the extra stuff on there. So don't get angry, but as I sit here right now, I don't know what the title of this video is, but I think it's going to be something really clickbaity. I think it's going to be something that promises a great deal and then maybe underdelivers. Don't get angry at me, please. I've done it on purpose. And the reason I've done it on purpose is because I think this topic is really dull and seems really simple, but is essential and so important. And what I'm talking about is personal space. Wait. There are many elements to this, and let's talk about them. Because when you say personal space, the thing that comes up in my mind most of all is alone time. I need some space. I need some me time. And we don't really talk much about the important things to do during that time, because it's not just self-care stuff. Yeah, debatable. We'll get back to that. But it doesn't have to be alone time. I've come to realize that this personal space thing, it can mean a change. I need something different, a change of scenery, a change of people, a change of interactions, a change of anything, as much as it can mean alone time. And that alone time, coming back to that.
The time is 2:34 p.m.
I hope you heard the Amazon lady go off then. Alone time is so very derailed by a damn echo box. Alone time. I'm not cutting this. The Amazon lady told me the time and it screwed me up. Right, what we do with alone time. I keep talking about introspection, about taking time to question things, to look at feelings, where they come from, analyze things, talk things through with yourself, make lists of stuff, write things down, all of that kind of thing. This is when you do it. Right? It's that sort of not just spending time on your own, but spending time with yourself. And I think there's a big difference there. Spending time alone, just what do any of us do? We do hobbies, we hang out, we do nothing. We lie on the sofa and endlessly scroll channels on the TV. That's being alone. That's alone time. We play video games, whatever, right? But spending time with yourself, spending that time thinking about all the stuff that I've talked about in previous videos. You know, who are you? What do you like? What do you want out of life? Analyzing feelings. Where do these thoughts come from? What am I really afraid of? All of that stuff, right? See the last 150 videos. That's when you take that alone time. And so in that sense, I would accept that you could see that as self-care. I see that as slightly different. The self-care I see as a more, I don't want to say immediate thing, but a almost more environmental well-being sort of thing. That's the being clean, eating food, making sure your house is tidy, that you're in a nice environment, all of that stuff. That's where I see that. That's what falls under my self-care banner. And this is sort of self-treatment, I think. Taking that time to analyze and reflect on yourself. And that personal space is so important to do that. You have to have alone time with yourself. And I accept that for so many people that can be really difficult. In a sense, that's one of the things I'm lucky about, in that I have my own place. I live alone. I'm not constantly surrounded by people if I don't want to be. But some of you out there might be parents. You might be living with a significant other. You might have several children running around, and they live there too. And what are you going to do? I used to drive a lot, right? Driving was a good one. Spending time just talking rubbish to yourself in the car. I got a lot done through that. And I think you have to try and just pick these moments and try and get them where you can. I don't know the logistics of your life, that sort of thing. But I got a lot of use out of driving and just talking to myself. I still do it. That's kind of where I do most of it. And like I say, I live alone. That alone time is so important. I keep saying it, alone time. It's not. Time with yourself is so important. And as is that other personal space, that change of scene, that, because that's when we're talking about having a life as well, right? Personal space. It's the space to do what you want to do. And that might be lie on the sofa in the house on your own and sit quietly. But it might also be go out and see a particular group of friends, or go out and do a particular hobby or whatever. That's your personal space as well, and that is just so vastly important, and every bit as much as important as time with yourself, because that's when that's living your life as well, isn't it? That's doing stuff, that's having things about you that make you a fun, interesting person. And so this idea of personal space, yeah, we all need space, yeah, of course we do, yeah, whatever. Do you know how important it is, and how many facets there are to it, and just how much you need it? It's not sexy, it's not exciting, it's not one of those topics where you can suddenly wake up and go, oh my God, he solved my problems. I relate to this so much, whatever. It's just a really obvious one. But the obvious ones are so important. That's why they're obvious. And because they're obvious, we don't bother with them. Right? I think the ones that, in any task, the bits that seem easy, we give the least thought to. And the things that are obvious, like, of course we're thinking about personal space. No, you're not. We're not. I wasn't. It's too big a thing. And we overlook it. And we feel guilty about it sometimes. Right? Because sometimes it means putting boundaries in place. It means saying to a person, I'm not going to see you today. I'm going to do this other thing. Or I'd like to be on my own. Please leave me alone. It can involve boundaries that disappoint other people. And that can make us feel bad. We can neglect ourselves, our own self-care and self-treatment, to help others not feel so bad. And yet it's an obvious one, right? It's an obvious one. Of course we're doing personal space. There are so many reasons to give it up, to not bother, to not try, to just accept a lack of personal space. But that's no good. That is counter to what we're trying to do here. Because there's so much to it. Because we talk about having a life and doing things and having fun and having friends and doing activities and having partners in your life, romantic relationships and significant others and friends and family and so many types of people. You have to take room for yourself, but you have to take room for all of this stuff as well. That's part of your personal space. I hope you're not too angry about the clickbait title. The cure for BPD and MPD. What you must know to survive BPD and MPD. That's a bit over the top, isn't it? I don't think I should have the word survive in there. That's extreme. I don't know. Something clickbaity. I'll see you later. Bye.